Time to turn now to a special guest with a fascinating story. And if you're a baseball fan or a sports memorabilia collector, you might want to take some notes. But you will also be inspired, especially if you're a Mets fan. And joining us today in studio is Leo S. Ullman, one of the preeminent Nolan Ryan memorabilia collectors in the country. In fact, Major League Baseball has called Leo's collection the largest Nolan Ryan collection in the world. And he recently released a book, Nolan Ryan, the largest and most unique collection, which tells the story of everything from his baseball cards to his signed memorabilia. Born in Holland in 1939, Leo and his family eventually had to escape their home country when Germany took over during the Holocaust. And it was in America, thanks to an aunt in Brooklyn, that he was introduced to the Mets. And the rest is history. Leo, welcome to Sports Extra. How are you, sir?
Thank you very much. I am fine. I'm delighted to be here, so thank you.
You know, I want to just ask you first, you're 84 years old now?
Yes.
God bless you. How did you and your parents survive the Holocaust?
Through the very, very heroic efforts of Christian people who saved our lives. In my case, it was a retired policeman who was introduced through the resistance. He didn't know who I was or where I came from. He knew I was a Jewish kid, and he and his wife took care of me, loved me, and we survived. My parents, in the meantime, they went into hiding in an attic on a main street of Amsterdam, and they too, through the resistance, were ultimately able to survive. And we met again when the war ended, and they learned where I was through the resistance, and I didn't remember them.
You know, I want this to be a positive interview and how sports is the inspiring side of sports in your life and what it did for you. How many items do you have in your collection? You have the world's largest Nolan Ryan collection.
Well, I don't have it anymore because I did donate it, but I had...
You made the collection. You created it.
I did. It's close to 15,000. It's somewhere between 13,500 and 15,000 items, all Nolan Ryan. We gave it to Stockton University in South Jersey. It's a state university. Through a fluke, because I thought if I ever gave it up, it would go to something in Texas, because that's where Nolan Ryan certainly wound up, and he's so important in Texas. But I donated it there because I had a link to the Holocaust Resource Center at Stockton University.
But you did end up technically in Texas not too long ago, where the Nolan Ryan Foundation had copies of your book, and you met Nolan. Tell me what that was like and what you guys talked about.
Well, we did talk a little bit about the book, but I was there with my wife, and we met Nolan and his family. His wife is a remarkable woman. Everyone falls in love with Ruth Ryan. I had actually met Nolan at a charity golf tournament that they ran before he moved to Round Rock. This was in Alvin, Texas. And there I did meet his parents. Met Mrs. Ryan, Ruth Ryan's parents, who actually came from Staten Island.
I had the opportunity to throw out the first pitch at a Mets game in September of this past year.
Very scary for me. I thought I could throw the ball, but I had seen a film on failed first pitches.
You shouldn't have watched that before the game.
No, you're absolutely right. And you don't get a chance to warm up. And you go to the mound, and I actually went with Dana Archin to the mound.
We know her very well here at Fox5.
I have learned that also. Oh my, there's a picture of that.
This is the moment.
And
let's see the pitch.
You suddenly hear, "You may now pitch." And you think, oh my God, am I going to get it there?
You did.
It got there on one bounce.
That's okay. It was pretty straight. What do you think of the Mets? What should they do with Pete Alonso?
They have to keep him. He is a wonderful, wonderful baseball player. So I am
from a
rooting
true
for him.
diehard, lifelong Mets fan.
Yeah.
Leo, thank you so much. You have such an interesting and inspiring life, and I think it's just so fascinating the way that you have this wonderful collection that people can now see at Stockton University. But thank you so much for joining us, and
thank you.
And we can get your book online. We can order your book.
It is online, and it will be. It's on Amazon, and it will be on the website for the Nolan Ryan Foundation.
That's wonderful. Right.
Where a copy can be had that is signed by Nolan.
Oh, even more special.
Even that.
Leo, all the best to you and your family, and thank you for joining us.
Thank you so much.
Many
for
blessings
having me.
as these holidays come up as well.
And to you. Thank you.
Thank you. Sports Extra will be right back.